Y'all, I've been saying it. I've been screaming it from the mountains. We've been fighting this every single way. You want to know why we fight the gun controllers so hard? The article that I'm about to show you is that if you get pinched on any type of denial or any type of hold on your gun purchases, yeah, you're not going to be able to get a job in a sensitive area. This is only a little bit of a problem, particularly when they're ever changing rules. This is the bleeding out. This is the mission creep of gun control failure. I'm about to walk you through some stuff that's going to make your jaw drop. Everything is going to be linked on my X account at Braden LOA. Make sure you jump over there, check it out, follow it. Guys, I'm telling you, this is why we fight. I'm going to lay it out clear as crystal. Now make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, because as you guys know, every time that you do, you make a gun controller stub their toe in the middle of the night when they go to the bathroom like this. Literally waking up groggy, tired, boom, stub your toe on a piece of furniture. Every time. That's what happens when you hit that like button, drop a comment, hit that subscribe. It's a beautiful thing. Let's dive in, people. All right. There's the X profile where this is found. Guys, it's hard to do this incrementally, day by day by day by day, and then when they actually show you everything that we've been warning about and screaming about, and we give you perfect case in points, it's very difficult to not be like, told ya! Now, there's going to be some returning villains. I'm just going to dive in. Here we go. It's from Colorado. Remember, Colorado is the forefront of the new gun control pushes, okay? Could tracking denied gun sales help prevent tragedies? Experts think so in a newly released article by CPR News. This is August 4th. This is from today. Okay, let me give you a high level of what that means. The 4473 background check system is a federal form. If you have a FFL license in the United States, you have to run NICS background checks, 4473s, and FBI background protocols. That's what you have to do. You can't, there is no way around it. It is impossible. That's one of the reasons the gun control bullshit line of, oh, there's just guns and rogue gun dealers. No, idiot, that's not the case. Okay. This has to happen in every store. So what do the gun controllers in these states do? They, can we dive into that data? Who got denied on the things that we control if you get denied or not? For example, if we just consistently change all the rules and all the different things that you can and can't have in Colorado with our own state level background checks, can we send police to their doors because maybe they won't make bombs then? It's all in here. All right, God, Nev, there's so much we have to talk about. Send this everywhere. Each day in Colorado, nearly 14 people should not legally own a gun try to buy one anyway. Remember, the 4473 background check is in place. As many as 5 of those people each week are recent arrivals from foreign countries whose backgrounds are largely unknown to authorities. A higher percentage have been convicted of felonies or domestic violence charges or judged to be suffering from mental illness. Now remember, you can't buy a gun in the United States if you are not a citizen with a license or an ID. You can't do it. So their whole straw man argument here, what about those scary foreigners? You can't do it anyway. But don't worry. Don't let logic and existing rules get in the way of some good fear-mongering and potential manipulation of the gun control data. Experts say the gun purchase denials, which are immediately reported to local law enforcement, federal immigration officials, and some prosecutors, could be useful intelligence. Intelligence. It could point officers to people in the state who may bear further scrutiny before being granted access to sensitive jobs in areas like hospitals, law enforcement, or national security work. Hey, asking for a friend, really random, sure it's not applicable. Don't you think there'd be background checks on national security jobs, law enforcement, and, hospital jobs? Because if they're sensitive area jobs, they're going to be highly scrutinized by the nature of the jobs. Why do you have to go into gun data? Stuff that was never going to be manipulated. It was for safety. All of a sudden, look at that data. Oh my God, how could we not take this opportunity? That's the point. Mission creep is too tempting for people who have no obligation or respect for the Constitution. That's why you don't have it. Anyway, let's keep going. Despite all that, though, the denials are largely ignored. I'm about to show you how a firebomb attack could have been prevented by a simple $500 fine, according to the gun controllers, for being denied. Yep, that's real. All right, let's get it. You know what? You can read all the other details. I'm going to hit a few of the points there. It's on my X account at Braden LOA. In allegedly planning an anti-Zionist firebombing attack in Boulder that killed one person and injured more than a dozen others, Mohammed Soleiman's attempt last year at buying weapons in many ways exemplifies the strengths and shortcomings of Colorado's system to prevent people from buying firearms when they're not legally able to have them. Listen to what happened. In November, Soleiman tried to purchase guns at Colorado Springs gun store to carry out his attack, court documents said. In his firearm application, he was flagged as someone without legal status to the country, which disqualifies him from buying guns in Colorado. So what are we talking about? He's not a citizen of the United States. But don't worry, he did firebombing attacks. Yeah, because firebombs are perfectly legal. God. Within minutes, the United States Department of Homeland Security, the Colorado Springs Police Department, and El Paso County Sheriff's Office were told about Soleiman's via a service called InstaCheck, which is essentially a half-page of information that states the person's name and the date they tried to buy a gun and why the purchase was denied. No one acted on it from law enforcement. The following month in December, he tried to obtain a concealed carry permit. They didn't take any action. And then this is the big takeaway. This right here is the gun controller, Tom Sullivan. This is the guy who pushed all the gun control. He's the one that got $1 million for Everytown for gun safety. He's the big little man-mouse mole human creature that was going against your gun rights in Colorado and threw away all your petitions. That's who this piece of shit is. Don't even feel bad about calling him that. He is. All right. Quote, if someone had shown up at his house or someone had called him on the phone several times and said, okay, you are in violation, again, for denial of purchases. It's a $500 fine if you don't pay within 30 days, said Democratic State Senator Tom Sullivan, who has been an outspoken advocate for strengthening the state's gun laws. Maybe he would have been like, oh my goodness, someone saw me, and then they would rethink what they're doing. This guy literally firebombed people in an anti-Zionist attack. Do you think getting denied a gun, which, by the way, can't even get into that piece of it, is going to prohibit somebody from going, oh, well, I guess I'm not going to firebomb anybody then? Because bomb making is perfectly legal, and killing people via bombs is perfectly legal. This is the deficiency in their brains. Again, I have no issue going hard at these people. He told officers in an interview shortly after the attack that he taught himself how to make the bombs after he was unsuccessful in obtaining firearms. What? A criminal who wanted to kill people wanted to build a bomb, which is illegal, and then kill people after he was unsuccessful in obtaining firearms. Wait a minute. That would imply that criminals and murderous psychopaths are going to do whatever they want regardless of the tool. Hey, Michigan, 11 people stabbed. Colorado, people firebombed. It's almost like we just take out the criminals and we wouldn't have a problem. But no. We've got to go after your gun rights because those pesky rights, which are enshrined in the Constitution and a part of the Bill of Rights behind the Second Amendment, that is such a pain in the butt. If only someone had just said, hey, you owe $500 for not being able to pass a background check to buy your gun. And, you wouldn't make a bomb and go after people, would you? Don't worry. Tom Sullivan, state senator from Colorado, is here to save all of you. Pause for dramatic effect. Now let's extrapolate this a little bit. We're going to have a moment together. And please jump over there at X. Seriously, at Braden LOA. What's to stop these psychopaths from changing the laws on the front end, but still keeping the fines and all the gun control on the back end and all the consequences on the back end? For example, if all of a sudden ARs are illegal to own in Colorado, and you can't pass a background check because you own an AR in Colorado, which is perfectly legal and an endowed right in the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, are you going to have a $500 fine if you tried to buy an AR? Or are you going to have a $500 fine because you can't buy a handgun because you own an AR? Are you going to be prohibited from having a job because you tried to buy an AR or a handgun when you had an AR? This is the slippery slope. This is why you don't give these people even an inch, a modicum of footing to stand on, because they always want more. It's not about safety, it's about control. Senator Tom Sullivan is quite literally a every town paid shill to do whatever they want to $1 million per campaign every single time he gets elected in the state senate. And then he pushes gun control against the people's rights. This is why we don't allow this. Send this one out, guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.